Guys, the Hendrick 1100 is back on tap for 2025. Last year didn't quite go exactly how you wanted to. A lot of speed with both cars, Kyle, but I feel like this year you have some unfinished business to do running the Indianapolis 500 and then the Coke 600.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year we wanted to do 1,100 miles.
Jeff Gordon has once again proven why he's a legend in NASCAR. The Hendrick Motorsports vice chairman just made a groundbreaking announcement. Kyle Larson will attempt the double for the second consecutive year, racing in both the Indianapolis 500 and the Coca-Cola 600 on the same day. But that's not what makes this announcement extraordinary. It's everything behind the scenes that Gordon orchestrated to make this happen. The history and challenge of the double. For those who might not be familiar, the double represents one of motorsport's most daunting challenges. A driver attempts to complete 1,100 miles of racing in a single day. First the 500-mile Indianapolis 500 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, then flying to Charlotte to compete in NASCAR's longest race, the 600-mile Coca-Cola 600. Only 5 drivers in history have ever attempted this feat. Tony Stewart stands alone as the only competitor to successfully complete all 1,100 miles in a single day, finishing 6th at Indianapolis and 3rd at Charlotte back in 2001. That's 1,100 miles of racing at the highest level across 2 completely different disciplines of motorsport. Last year, Kyle Larson's attempt was derailed by weather. A rain delay at the Indianapolis 500 pushed back the start time, which meant Larson couldn't make it to Charlotte in time for the start of the Coca-Cola 600. By the time he arrived at the track, rain had shortened the NASCAR race, denying him the opportunity to compete in both events on the same day. Larson finished 18th at Indianapolis, while Justin Allgaier drove his number 5 car to a 13th place finish at Charlotte. Last year, we wanted to do 1,100 miles, and unfortunately, the weather got in the middle of that. That was a huge bummer, but a lot of motivation for us to do it again this year.
Last year we wanted to do 1,100 miles, and unfortunately, the weather got in the middle of that, and so that was a huge bummer, but a lot of motivation for us to do it again this year, and hope and pray that the weather is good and our cars have equal or better speed than they did last year. So last year had all the ingredients.
Jeff Gordon's strategic backup driver announcement. One of the most significant revelations from Gordon was his strategy for who will fill in for Larson during practice and qualifying sessions that the star driver will miss while preparing for the Indy 500. During a media session, Gordon hinted at the identity of Larson's substitute driver. The last that I heard is that we'll probably have a JRM driver and somebody that fits in his seat. Last year, it was really cool to have Kevin Harvick get in the car. It was fun. It was fun for the team and everybody, but it was a lot of work.
So. Jeff, I guess it's a question for you.
Well, the last that I had heard is that we'll probably have a JRM, driver and somebody that fits in his seat. And I mean, like last year was really cool to have Kevin, get in the car. It was fun for the team and everybody, but it was a lot of work to swap, from Kevin's seat and everything.
Gordon explained that Harvick's larger frame compared to Larson created logistical challenges for the team. They had to swap out seats and make other modifications to accommodate the different driver sizes, which proved to be time-consuming and labor-intensive. While Gordon didn't specifically name the replacement driver, racing media members Bob Pockrass of Fox Sports, Dustin Long of NBC, and Kelly Crandall of ESPN all concluded he was referring to Justin Allgaier. The JR Motorsports driver is similar in size to Larson and already has experience in the number 5 car, having filled in during last year's Coca-Cola 600. I don't know if that announcement's been made yet, but you can do the math and put it together.
This year. So I don't know if that announcement's been made yet, but you can do the math and put it together. And no, it's not going to be Carl Edwards.
I was about to say, Kyle's been putting Carl Edwards out there, so,
But I guess it would be about the same. I don't even.
Gordon also confirmed that Tony Kanaan will serve as Larson's backup on the IndyCar side. Kanaan, a veteran with 22 Indy 500 starts, including a win in 2013, will be available if needed, though both will need to complete rookie orientation despite their experience. That's the obvious choice, but clearly you have to get prepared for that. We have a plan during April, during that test he's going to be doing, where he'll get his rookie orientation kind of clear out of the way, and then Tony will get in at some point and also do the same and knock that out.
When he would get in the car for testing or practice.
Yeah, we had a meeting about that the other day. So yeah, that's the obvious choice, but clearly you have to get prepared for that. So we have a plan during April, during that test he's going to be doing, where he'll get his rookie orientation kind of cleared now the way, and then Tony will get in at some point. And
the Prime Video partnership. Perhaps the most groundbreaking aspect of Gordon's announcement was the new partnership with Amazon's Prime Video. This isn't just a sponsorship deal. It's a comprehensive media arrangement that will reshape how fans experience the double. Prime Video will serve as the presenting sponsor for what's now officially called the Hendrick 1100 presented by Prime Video. The streaming service will feature prominently on both of Larson's race cars, the number 17 Indy car and the number 5 NASCAR Cup Series car. Beyond sponsorship, Prime Video has greenlit a feature-length documentary chronicling Larson's quest to complete both races. Filming actually began back in October 2023 and will cover both the 2024 attempt and this year's effort. The documentary is directed by Emmy and Peabody award-winning filmmaker Cynthia Hill and produced by several companies including Hill's Marquee Media, Imagine Documentaries, and Hendrick Motorsports, in association with NASCAR Studios and Penske Entertainment. Stacy Rosenson, head of U.S. sports marketing at Prime Video, said, "Kyle's double attempt is one of the most exciting storylines in all of sports, and we're thrilled to be part of it. As we prepare to broadcast our first NASCAR Cup Series race, with the Coca-Cola 600 having this kind of historic moment unfold live on Prime Video and capturing it in a documentary film is a truly unique opportunity." This partnership reinforces Prime Video's growing presence in NASCAR, as they're becoming the sport's first fully direct-to-consumer media partner. The platform will exclusively stream 5 NASCAR Cup Series races in 2025, starting with the Coca-Cola 600. Rick Hendrick, owner of Hendrick Motorsports, expressed his enthusiasm about the collaboration by saying, "The film is going to show Kyle like people have never seen him, his preparation, his mindset, and what it takes to pursue such a daunting challenge." During the announcement, Gordon and Larson unveiled the striking new paint schemes for both cars. The liveries feature coordinated designs that visually connect the two different racing machines. The number 17 Indy car features a primarily white base with the blue HendrickCars.com colors prominently displayed, along with Aero McLaren's signature papaya orange on the nose and stripes along the sides. Prime Video branding appears on the side pods and front wings. Meanwhile, the number 5 NASCAR Cup car maintains its traditional blue nose with HendrickCars.com across the hood, but incorporates the papaya orange accents from McLaren to create a visual bridge between the two vehicles. The distinctive blue and orange number 5 sits atop a white roof, with orange stripes streaking across the corners of the car's nose and doors.
Seeing you every week. I love it.
Every week. I love it, bro. Good to see you again. Listen, we just we just talked about the 1100, the Hendrick 1100. We got your Cup car over here. Mm-hmm. We got the Indy car over here. It looks a lot. That papaya scheme is looking pretty good.
Yeah, I love it. It looks great. Tied in a little bit of black to it. They both look awesome. But to me, the Indy car looks really cool because I feel like I've never seen Indy car with this much like detail and sharp, kind of edges and stuff to it. So, yeah, it looks fast. I'm sure it'll be fast, and hopefully we can have some good runs in them.
Yeah, well, let's look at the Indy car a little bit. We got the steering wheel out because
it's a fake wheel. Yeah, like mine doesn't look anything like
that. But isn't there a bunch of knobs and stuff?
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of like it gives you an idea for the knobs, but yeah, it looks way different. And then I think there's some sort of like screen, like little tack up here. But regardless, I mean, it looks complicated. But really, once you're out there, like this one says mix,
right?
Like that would probably be like the only one I would really play with, at least last year. And then I think up here there was like some weight jacker buttons. The push to talk was behind the wheel. You got the shifter. There's like 2 more paddles for the clutch. I'm trying to think what else, but like the starter and stuff was on. There's a switch inside the cockpit. Yeah, I mean.
Larson was clearly impressed with the designs. He said, "They look great. The Indy car, to me, I love it because I don't think I've seen an Indy car quite have this much detail to it before. So it looks sweet. And then obviously the Cup car looks awesome as well. They look fast, and I'm sure they'll be fast." Gordon added his perspective on the visual impact by saying, "That's the cool part, is seeing them both together at once. I mean, you see the differences of the cars themselves, but to see the paint schemes tied together, that's what makes this really special. To be able to have both teams intricately involved, partners from both teams intricately involved, paint schemes matching. It's a full-blown effort to pull this off." Larson's preparation and goals. For a challenge of this magnitude, physical and mental preparation is crucial. When asked about his approach, Larson surprisingly revealed that the double actually represents a less hectic schedule than his typical racing calendar. Larson said, "It's surprising for people. You mentioned it's a lot of traveling back and forth. It's actually not. It's probably the least amount of travel that I have throughout the summer. For the average human being, yeah, it might be a lot. But for me, it was nice. It was really relaxing. I feel like I could really focus on the 500 last year."
People like, you mentioned it's a lot of traveling back and forth. It's actually not. It's probably, that's the least amount of travel that I have probably throughout the summer, really. Like,
for the average human being.
For the average human being, yeah, it might be a lot. But for me, it was nice. Like, it was really relaxing. I feel like I could really focus on.
Larson described how he was able to stay in his motorhome at Indianapolis and concentrate on the task at hand, compared to his typical schedule that involves frequent travel and juggling family responsibilities alongside racing duties.
The days are so long too in Indy.
Yeah.
Like the practice days are, 9 to 5, but there's so much downtime in that like you're really relaxing most of the time you're there. So
when it comes to his goals for the two races, Larson was clear about his primary objective. Regarding the Indianapolis 500, Larson believes he can improve significantly on last year's 18th place finish. Gordon also weighed in with his perspective on Larson's goals. The goal is to be in Charlotte when the green flag drops. That's number one.
The goal is to be in Charlotte when the green flag drops. That's number one.
This statement represents a significant shift from last year, making it clear that if weather threatens to delay the Indianapolis 500 again, Larson will prioritize his NASCAR commitments. This decision has playoff implications, as a driver who receives a waiver for non-health reasons would forfeit all playoff points earned during the regular season.